Hey, good morning. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with just a documentation of my new adventure, or what am I up to now. I'm transitioning my offline businesses to the online world, to the internet world, and got some awesome feedback yesterday from my daughter, as a matter of fact. I'm doing a chronic pain 30-day free challenge for my target audience, or for one of my target audiences, people with chronic pain. And so I've been doing, and just started actually, today was day 3, this chronic pain challenge. And she's like, okay, based on the lesson that you taught today, chronic pain challenge is a horrible name. Nobody wants to do a chronic pain challenge. And I agree 100%, but I couldn't think of a better name until she brought it up. And she's so right, because it's been gnawing away at me in the back of my mind, and I'm saying, okay, I don't like the name, but I want people to know this is about how to get rid of your chronic pain. And so today, my biggest thing is I need to go through and change everything: my website, my sales funnel, my sales process, and then my social media, and my back end where I'm emailing and putting all of these lessons, these 30 daily lessons, into a program, a software program, so I can share them with people again and again, not just this first time through as I'm doing these videos live. So I need to change everything from chronic pain challenge to Painkillers challenge. And I feel 100% better about that, because I want people to kill their chronic pain. I don't want them to be experiencing more chronic pain. That's the whole purpose of the challenge. So that's my big aha from yesterday, which I so appreciate. And you know what? It's been staring me in the face the whole time, but I just needed somebody's outside perspective to say, yeah, not a good name, not what you want to focus on. And we always want to name things what we want to get, what transformation we want. We want to kill our chronic pain. We want that out of our lives once and for all. So that was awesome advice. Excuse me. The other thing she told me is that I'm not being me enough and I'm boring, which I know. And so together, she said I need her help and she needs mine. So together we're going to work on a couple of things to try to get me to be more of who I really am. And she reminded me of something that I hadn't thought about in a long time, called the lecture chair. And I used to put everybody, especially my kids' friends as they were growing up, in a lecture chair. And the lecture chair could be any chair. It would be just the closest chair I could have them sit in and listen to me, talk to them, and ask them questions. And it was usually because they were talking or thinking or doing something that was what I considered, below the line. Below the line and above the line is just the thing I tried to teach my kids, that, hey, you draw a line in the sand and your behavior is always above the line. You hold yourself accountable and your behavior is always above the line. And sometimes so that you can use that same analogy for a lot of things: above the line and below the line thinking. Above the line could be all the positive and neutral and positive things we want to believe and think about, our values. And then below the line would be the values and things that are just not acceptable to you or to me. So, for example, I don't know if I want to give an example of my kids growing up. That's not really fair to them, but because you know what? I'll use one of mine. When I was a kid growing up, below the line behavior would be anything that would upset my parents. I would consider below the line behavior. And once, when I was 15 years old, some girlfriends and I got dropped off in a neighboring town late at night, and instead of calling my parents to have them come and get us and give us a ride, we decided we would walk home in the middle of the night. And it's about 8 miles, which is a long way in the middle of the night for 4 girls that are 15, 16 years old. So that would be an example of me actually doing below the line behavior, thinking I was saving my parents. I'm sure I thought at the time I was saving my parents the stress of having to come and get me, but I caused them more stress by them not being able to get a hold of me. And remember, this was back before we had cell phones, so there was no way to call them. We just walked home, and we got home safely and everything. It was no big deal. This was a long time ago when you wouldn't have to really worry about that so much. But that was an example of, I would have put myself in the lecture chair and talked to myself about, do you really think that that was the right thing to do? And it's a good way to think about how we make decisions. So now I've mentioned the lecture chair and below the line and above the line behavior. And so there's a lot of things like that that I used to do, and I actually think I'm pretty annoying on video because I'm kind of in your face. I'm doing this, again, this pain challenge, this chronic, Painkillers challenge. I'm doing this Painkillers challenge, and sometimes I'll listen to them while I'm posting them, and I think I sound pretty annoying and in your face. But she said, yeah, no, you're more strong personality than that. So I'm going to have her help me work on really being who I am, so that, hey, this is who I am, and that will turn a lot of people off, and that's okay, because I don't want to work with people that find me annoying, and I don't want to work with people that find me annoying, because I know I rub people the wrong way. We all do. We all have people we get along with. We all have people we don't get along with, and so I just want to work with the people that think I can provide something of value to them. So she's going to help me and work with me on that. And I'm really excited about that because I know I need help. The other thing, yesterday I dropped what I was doing because a friend of mine, I like to call him a friend, although I don't think he even would remember who I am. Stephen Larson is an online gentleman who used to work with another gentleman named Russell Brunson in the company called Clickfunnels, which is an organization and a software tool that I'm a certified partner for. I became a certified partner last year because I love their software so much, and you can do so much with it. Well, yesterday he did an impromptu live broadcast and showed us how he is using this tool to build something, a sales funnel that's normally used for marketing, to actually automate and do certain things in his business, which is exactly what I want to do. The more you're trying to do things on your own, the more you need to automate and create systems. And I'm awesome at creating systems, but I'm not necessarily awesome at automating those systems. So he showed us, I dropped everything because he was doing this impromptu live call and, a live video on how he's doing this for his hiring process. And I desperately need help. So I was really excited to see that. And yeah, I'm not ready to create that yet, but it just triggered so many ideas in my mind about, oh my God, I'm awesome at creating systems. I could now use this tool to help other people create systems that automate things in their business that drive them crazy, like me. So I dropped everything, watched that, and it was a good hour, probably 2 hours watching that, but it was so worth it because I learned a couple of new tricks with the software that are things that I would try to do on my own, but I would run into trouble and then have to try to figure them out. A lot of them were with connecting different software programs. And I had to figure out how to do that stuff on my own, and I still struggle with it a little bit. So it was terrific to see, number one, that he struggles with it too, and that we all have to go through some iterations to get these connections to work. And then that I can do these things, and that there are little tricks, and you just have to figure them out or ask for help because somebody else probably has already figured out how to do what it is that I want to do. So that's it for today. I'm going to go change all my things to Painkillers Challenge. I am going to, of course, do my Painkillers lesson, which I already did the video, but I have to do the lesson and get that out. I need to actually think about how I'm going to incorporate my blog back into what I'm doing because I have not been doing my personal blog, and I need to keep my blog going or it dies. That's true of anything. We need consistency. So that is what I'm up to today. Go out, make it an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow with another update to what I'm doing because I think it's valuable, number one, for me to document what I'm doing, and number two, to share what I'm doing so other people, if they want to go on a similar journey, or maybe you don't have an offline business, but you'd like to start your own business, this can help you, start your own online business. This can help you to figure out how to do that too. Bye. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow.